Hi, this is Wednesday, and today we are talking to the AP Environmental Science teacher, Miss Glute, to talk about global warming. How do greenhouse gases affect global warming, and what are ways that we can prevent it?
Well, I'm so glad you asked. Greenhouse gases affect global warming and in turn climate change, because that's what we talk about now more than we talk about global warming, because they hold on to the heat that radiates back out from the earth. Sunlight comes in and it's changed to long wave radiation, and that's infrared and that's heat. And when the heat goes back out, there's this blanket of gases around our earth that hold on to the heat. And that's actually a good thing. Global warming in itself is a good thing because it allows us to live here, makes it so it doesn't freeze. The bad thing is when you get increases in that warming. So the things that are a problem there would be people talk about sea level rising because ice caps are melting, or water just as it gets warmer, it expands. And so that's something that people are concerned about, especially when we have these events like Matthew coming along. The greenhouse gases themselves, the main ones would be carbon dioxide, which is a product of burning fossil fuels, and that's where man comes in and contributes large quantities. We also have a problem with methane gas. Methane gas is a problem in areas that are doing fracking because it escapes, but we're getting better at holding on to it and not letting it fly away. The other problem with methane gas, and the vegetarians love this, is cows and sheep and bovines passing gas, because they pass enough gas that the federal government has decided it's something they needed to look at. The other thing would be water vapor in the air. That's another greenhouse gas. And that's kind of a positive feedback loop, because the warmer it gets, the more water evaporates. The more water evaporates, more water's in the air, the warmer the air because there's more water in the air. So it's this positive feedback loop. I always like to think of things as baby steps. We want to take baby steps. We want to do what we can. So we want to not use as much electricity as we normally would, because if we can turn the light off when we leave a room, we're cutting down on the amount of fossil fuels that are being burnt to generate our electricity. Most of our electricity around here comes from coal-fired generation plants, and that releases a lot of carbon dioxide into the atmosphere. So we want to cut down on the amount of energy we're using. Want to try to live sustainably when we can. Economically, it's hard to do, but that's what we want to try and do. And we want to recycle as much as we can, because that cuts down, again, on the energy that we're using. And those are pretty much the best tips I can give you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.